how Dubai real estate can actually create generational wealth even for first timers. What if I told you that smart real estate investors in Dubai are setting up good investments for their families for generations to come? It's not just about investing well for money, but it's also about securing a legacy and a more certain future for yourself and your family to come. All right, guys, welcome back. Look, hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon. I want to share you a story of Mr. and Mrs. S. Hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon. And if you've got personal stories, similar comments, share with me in the comment section, okay? So it's Mr. and Mrs. S. Let's just call them MS. And I still remember this was more than 10 years ago. They step into the market looking for a 2-bedroom apartment, okay? A 2-bedroom apartment. Both of them worked. They were looking for a 2-bedroom apartment, and I had one priced very competitively for 650,000 dirhams in one of the most, I would say, quite a nice location community in Dubai, and a very large 2-bedroom plus maid's room. Let's just call it a maid's room, okay? So it was a 2-bed plus maids, very well designed, 1100 or 1000 plus square feet, 650,000 dirhams. Now, I don't know how they had collected all this money because they were both working, right? Remember I said they were both working? And this is more than 10 years ago, so it's, about 13, 14 years ago, okay? The Dubai rents were about to go up again. So, rents were going up again. 2012, okay? Rents were going up again. And the price for that 2-bedroom was 650,000 dirhams. And somehow they had collected this money, because I still remember they never took a mortgage. No problem. Great family, nice gentleman. We stayed in touch for many years later. He sent me his brother-in-law as a referral as well, many years later. But what ended up happening, I still remember, the transaction took 1 to 2 months to close. And I think it's because they had 650,000, but they had maybe 550,000, and they were trying to get the balance money ready, okay? In the beginning, I kid you not, in the beginning, like while the transaction was getting closed, they even came back to me. I still remember the email. And this happens with few people. Like they get the jitters or they get really shaky. Like imagine, they were not local Emiratis. They were expats from, I think, Egypt or Lebanon. And they were working. So imagine they've got 500,000 dirhams. And I'm talking 15 years ago, 13 years ago. 500,000 dirhams was a lot of money. So imagine that they're about to buy an apartment in a country or a city. Both had jobs, but maybe they felt scared. Maybe they were like, should we or should we not buy? Maybe we'll just save the money. I still remember that I got a call from them, an email from them, that please return our deposit. We don't want to move forward with this transaction. I went to my mentor who was in touch with the seller, and I still remember they had placed a 65,000 dirham deposit. Now, this deposit in the Dubai market is forfeited if you back out of a transaction. But me, being me, kind-hearted, went to my mentor, spoke to him, and he said, well, we can always talk to the seller. We can find him another buyer. But the seller absolutely refused. He said, I've waited for 1-2 months now. I'm going to forfeit their deposit. So I went back to them and said, look, carry out the transaction. It's going to be a great apartment for your family. You can move in there and etc., etc., etc. And I still remember they said, look, Fahd, if we carry out this transaction, to close on this transaction, we're going to have to take one of our salaries of that month and then have to live on one salary. So instead of salary 1, which was the husband, and salary 2, which was, I think, the wife, they said we'll have to use all of this salary to come up to this price and to close the transaction. I think it used to be 2% at that time for Dubai Land Department registration fees. And guess what? We can't even pay your commission at that stage. You're going to have to wait for half your commission later. I said, whatever, we'll figure it out. Guess what? They ended up closing on that transaction, okay? And imagine from 2000, I think it was 2012, 13, for 13 years, they've not had to worry about rent, and the price of the property would have gone up to 1 million to 1.5 million dirhams. Can you imagine? So you've made about, so you've not had to worry about rent, so you didn't pay for rent, so you saved in rent money over 12 years. So let's even say if they saved roughly on an average 70,000 dirhams, that's 910,000 dirhams. 910,000 dirhams. And if the property's gone up by $1 million, I'm just saying, forget even 1.5 million, let's just say 1 million. They've got 2 million dirhams as wealth back into their own pockets. This is about building a legacy. If you are ready to start building your legacy, join the Dubai Wealth Builder service. We'll take you through all the steps to buying the perfect property in the Dubai market. Ciao for now.